It's showtime. This is a performance. Keep the rhythm. Here we go. I want you to bring me that energy.
Hello, Internet. How are we this evening? It is this evening, and that is because it was a long day of wrangling a small demon in a corner. Could never get him stuck down to one place, and it was, if I did, a fight and a tantrum. So he was more or less running the entire day away and only had a small power nap and is more or less content. Open stays quiet. So we're broadcasting at our regular time rather than earlier in the day. And tonight I just have a couple of new videos, couple new songs. One of them is more of an example of animation and is put to an instrumental. We're going to be listening to a recent release of Gleb Alec, I believe. Yeah. I'm probably butchering his name just as much. And I will get my opportunity to react to the Shoe on Head, which I'm a little behind on. I had initially wanted to react to that last week just because some of the points in it just I needed to make my own comment on. Now, we'll get our video here up. So one of the first videos that I'll be doing a reaction to is mostly a blind reaction because I seen the second video in their storyline and the music wasn't too bad and it was a collaboration. So considering that it was a continuation of a story, I thought for this episode we will react to their first episode and then the following week we will react to their second one. They're a fairly new pair of creators. It is Penguin CPL and Fun with Phoenix 722. I've seen them floating around here and there in the AI space, and from my understanding, the Fun with Phoenix helped Penguin CPJ get his first taste of working with AI and doing some stuff. So this song is about 2 months old and it is the beginning of a story project. I don't know much about it, but apparently there are cameos, and we'll do some watching in to see who we recognize before we actually have to go down into the description to get some clarification. So we'll get set up for our intro and then we'll begin the video. Hello, Internet. This is another aImusic video react. This one's called Mavericks Detected by Penguin CPJ and Fun with Phoenix. They're a pair of new creators that I've come across, and given a few of their songs through, thought that they needed a bit of a spotlight. So we're going to be watching their video and give some comment at the end. Enjoy.
Just try it. We will have no truth. We will have no justice. There is no way heroes will always exist. We left that group behind so we could finish the fight. Let's hope we do this right. Man, I don't like heights. What are you scared? Were you not prepared? We are the ones who dared. Now try not to get ensnared. Let's be sure to save the dog. We will protect the innocent. We will protect our freedom. This is the end of the line. We will fight, even if it costs our lives. We will fight to stop the suffering, based and free, like everyone should be. We will stop them, whatever it takes. Even though those strange new heroes have went home, we know we are not on our own. As long as heroes exist, we will never truly be alone. They also gave us foxtails, much to our delight. Wherever they go, we know they will continue the fight.
Excellent song. Kind of gave me 1980s hair band vibe. And it definitely is a good anthem styled song. Now we're gonna just turn down the volume on the song and let it run through. See if I can capture the different cameos as the second time watching through it. So this gave me an opportunity to get some better chances to see who I can recognize. So we'll begin. So first thing I did notice was his Penguin CJP's channel is let's see, that should be better on the sound volume. I keep forgetting which volume is controlling which. Is a Mega Man themed channel, and so it made sense with the Mega Man style video clips. Now, our mysterious guy here, I wasn't too sure through many scenes who he was trying to portray. It wasn't until later that I realized who he's portraying. And we have Hassan and Kaya. Now, it's definitely is a pretty good first run through for being his first AI release. Now this, I believe, was Powder, because it looked like Powder, but I didn't recognize who this character is supposed to be. And that would be Phoenix. And then we have Asmin, our Roach King, our Roach Warrior. The rainbow-haired pig. I don't understand the jaw part. Glass jaws protecting them. And then when the wizard comes in, no reference point. But we have Kirsha. No clue. And that's, I think, a leaflet and someone else. There's Rev. So we have Asmon and Powder with Phoenix and a Fox Girl, and Penguin running the computer. Not bad on the editing to go with the flow of the video. And then we have Nux and Kaya's true form. See, that was the actual scene. I realized that, that was Hassan. Now, one thing I'll point out once it comes by is they found a way not to have duplicate ears on the animal characters. See, the other characters I didn't know. I have no clue on who they are. Especially the wizard. I want to say it's like Gamer Gandalf. But that's a neat little trick. Replace the ears or use longer hair to cover up the ears. Yeah, like here. That way you don't get human and animal and try to fight with it. And Penguin signs off. Yeah, not bad. Early stages of learning with AI, but a really good video. Now we're going to go down and leave them a like. Yes, oh, you are going to make me sign in. I am not signed in on this browser. Okay, well, am I signed in on this browser? I am not. Okay. I'm going to leave a little note to myself. What we'll do is we will pin that in the chat. And that way, anyone can go back and rewatch them and even find Phoenix's channel. So, oh, okay. I think I know who the wizard's supposed to be. I think that's his interpretation of Skybrows. We have Asmon, Powder, Jirsha, Maitsu, Eradication, Leaflet, Rev, Chibi Reviews. Oh, okay, that was probably the one I saw in the end. And Nux. Not bad. But yeah, we're going to give it a like. And since I'm not signed in, it won't let me comment. Well, it is what it is. In the meantime, I guess. Wait a minute. Did that mean that it kicked me from my playlist? No. We're going to have... I am running on a blank screen. We're going to start this all over because I'm running on a blank screen. Yeah. Somehow I must have pressed my switch scene. Okay. Well, guess we're going to start this reaction and start from step one. In the meantime, we can then probably set it up so that I can sign in and actually react. That is the weirdest. Yes. And get queued up. Get this gong show going. There we go. Okay, let us start with this gong show. You're unstable. My average stream bit rate is too high. I am going to need to look into that. Did I get booted from all my accounts? Well, that was temporary. Okay, well, let's see. Did it show up on Twitch, Kick? Twitch seems to be a little stuttery. We'll raise the volume there, and raise the volume there. Okay, no, the chat came through. Good, good. How long before I lost picture? Oh. Oh, I bet you it was when I hit that last button. Live. Are all my streams all jittery? We could be experiencing some technical difficulties on this. No, it says it's running, but I'm running blind. Oh, Ev it. We'll do it live. When did it go? Oh, near the end. Okay, that's not too bad. Meant I got all my content in. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, since everything seems to be functioning, I think I can now give that like. Yes, there we go. We gave it a like. Awesome video. Keep at it. Keep it up. With thumbs emoji. Corny? Yes. But hello. Hey, everyone also thinks it's an awesome video. So I'm not the only one. Alright, well, now we're gonna get our playlist back up. So we can move on with the show. That's the first song. And we are preparing for our second song. Pause. There we go. Oh, hey. Cinema. Action. Our second video is a continuation from Smoky Fox and Salty Witch of their... I don't know if it's still part of the Witch's Journey story. This one's titled Sword and Shield. We're going to give it a watch through and give our comments. We'll see if we can give it the same way we did the last one. Hello, Internet. This is an aImusic video react. This one is another Smoky Fox and Salty Witch creation called Sword and Shield. We'll give it a watch through and give our... Oh, somehow. How did that key changed? Hello, Smoky. Hello, Salty. You just happened to make it in time. And for some reason, I don't even know how it ended up happening. My transition just switched over. I didn't even press a key. So we're going to get that queued up again. Hello, Internet. This is an AI music video react. This is a reaction to another Smoky Fox and Salty Witch AI creation called... Ah, okay. I bet you it has something to do with the interactions in the chat. I have something. I got something that is probably in Stream Deck doing this. I hope this does not proceed. Should just be a one-time. Hoping. But for safety measures, we're going to just put it on itself. So if it's going to transition, it's going to transition there. Oh, hey, let's get this gong show rolling. Hello, Internet. This is an AI music video react. This is a reaction to another... Start again. Hello, Internet. This is an AI music video react. We're coming back with another Smoky Fox and Salty Witch video. This one's titled Sword and Shield. We'll give it a watch through and our comments at the end, or through it, and we'll see how it goes. Enjoy.
You don't have to parry it alone. You don't have to carry it alone. I see the weight in your eyes tonight, like you've been fighting a war inside. World on your back, no place to hide. But you don't gotta run, don't gotta fight. You hold it in like you made of stone, carry the pain like it's yours alone. But I'm right here, you're not on your own. Let me be where you fall back home. If the world comes crashing down, I'll be standing on your ground. You don't have to break alone. Not anymore. I'll be your sword, your shield, your guard. I'll be your sword, your shield, your guard. You don't have to fight this hard. You've been bending till you almost break. Every promise that you had to fake, all the pressure that you undertake. Let me carry some of that weight. I see the cracks that you try to hide, all the tears that you keep inside. But I won't leave, I won't step aside. I'll be strength when yours runs dry. When the dark won't let you breathe, I'll be everything you need. You don't have to stand alone. Let me fight for you. I'll be your sword, your shield, your guard.
Okay, we're gonna start off with I think I saw 6. I think I saw 6. 6 pufferfish. Pufferfish, yeah. Throughout. Now, when I first saw through this, I was going to screenshot each one and post it, but then I thought, you know what would be a great idea? I'll screenshot the first one, and then I'll just make a response that, hey, leave a comment with if you can find the other ones. Leave a screenshot if you can find the other ones. But yeah, I think I counted 6 in the total video. Now, the obvious one I could catch is Offid. Oftid Fatosh. Oftid Fatosh. Yeah, I'm getting that right. The other one I actually had to look in and believe Nusky Holy Goddess and Weeb the Trucker. Now, Nusky the Holy Goddess, I believe, is the one with the antenna hair, and the Weeb the Holy Trucker, I believe, is our sparring partner there. We're gonna go through and see about making an assessment. Now, I'm gonna turn down the volume. The one thing I love the most is actually the sound, the songs that you come up with, that the creator comes up with. They tend to, from what I understand, they do EDM, and just this, I guess the specific melody and beat is danceable in a club. That's kind of the vibe I get. And a number of them have been put in my playlist as just something for background noise, especially when I'm at the mill working at my station. Okay, sound should be down. Put it down a little further. So yeah, the cockroach headband, I definitely want to say is got to be Nesky Holy Goddess, and Weeb the Trucker is our guy in the armor sparring with us, with Smokey. Now, one thing that caught my attention was the initial training sequence. Because it had, oh, yep, there we go again. Oh, what is going on with my OBS? I guarantee you it's got to be streamer bot, because the minute I get something in the chat, okay, chat, do one, just press 1 and see what happens. Yep. Okay, so I did something that we're gonna pause this because we're gonna fix that technical. I must have crossed somewhere in my actions while I was trying to work on my goodbye message. Because chat is changing my scenes on me. Oh, okay. Let's see. Actions. Let's disable everything. No actions right now. I'm not gonna. Oh, I thought I had everything worked out on those test streams, but no. I guess I didn't. Since I didn't have an audience, I didn't know that this was gonna happen. I thought that was weird. Yes, you had superpowers. You controlled the stream. That was part of what I was working on behind the scenes. Was trying to get a little more interaction, but not exactly changing the scenes on us. Okay, let's see if we can go back there. Oh, that was fun. You know, alright. Salty hates EDMs. see a problem with it. See, now this, for some reason, I felt this action sequence came out of a video game. I want to think Mortal Kombat. I want to think some forms of Street Fighter. It was really good. Kind of reminds me of Eevee's game sequence. So that's one. Talk about interactions. Yeah, no. I will just kind of banter. That's two. See, this kind of reminds me of some of the stuff I listened back in 2003, 2004. Similar. The glitch part is definitely not, but some of the beats and rhythm. See, the action sequence that'll be coming up, where the two couples are, that would be three. No, yeah, that would be three. I don't know why they even handed you the pufferfish. But yeah, this combat sequence definitely was a pretty fascinating watch through. I was trying to find any glitches in it, and I think I didn't really spawn anything too egregious, because I'm usually looking for, and that's 4, character face transformation, limbs going missing, or body part staying in sequence. Oh, actually, I think I did caught one. I think the only one I caught, and I think I saw it the first time around. Earlier. The tail. His tail. I think his tail stays in position. Yeah. It went around his waist. That was the one thing I think I noticed. But it was a pretty badass sequence. Although, not as badass what will be coming later. I got an artist in line. He's really trying to aim for the stars. That would be 5. No, that would be 6. I missed 5. Oh no. That is saved. That is the next one. Ely is one of the early creators that I kind of picked up on when diving into the whole Skybrowse universe, and he had some good start, and then there was a period of time where no posting. And I think, I want to say a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I did one of his reactions, but unfortunately, it was during a time when it was part of the chopping block phase of the channel. Now I'm going to keep my major posts to the 5 simple songs, and then just some random reacts to just different content. Maybe see if the chat will actually help with deciding on if the content grows, because luckily I have a mountain of content, and I'm going to get glasses at one day. I'm might as well use these eyes while I can. Okay, so our next creator, Eli, has released Forgotten Recluse, which is he released 5 days ago. So this is a fairly recent release. Hello, Internet. This is an AI music video reaction. This is from Ely. Yeah. Hello, Penguin CJP. Sorry, that's the dyslexia. Yeah, you kind of got a little behind. I'm not sure if you saw. I ended up pulling a U. Well, not a U, but putting in your video earlier in the stream. We all have moments. Yeah. Oh, hello. Yes, definitely. Oh, that was such a... I was so let down when I missed the stream. That was such a shock. Because I think that was the first stream I was going to dive into. Ofted. When you were with Lord Rexworth. So it was quite a surprise being the first on the lineup. But we're going to try this intro again. Hello, Internet. This is an AI music video react. This is Forgotten Recluse by Eli. He's a creator we've done reactions to before. So we'll give it a watch through and comment through. Oh, make sure our volume's ready.
Broadcasting on a dead frequency. I'm here. Broadcasting on a dead frequency. I'm here. I'm scrolling through the neon feed. Ghost light on my retinas. I type delete, I type again. A cursor blinking in the dark. You're a constellation. I'm a satellite drifting off track. Ping the server, no reply. Just the hum of dead wires. Buffer, frame drop. I'm a shadow in your chat log. Sync my pulse to your rhythm, but the algorithm won't let me in. I'm echoing in a muted room. A phantom in your digital doom. Watch me fold, watch me fade. Another name the network made. I just wanna be seen, but I'm stuck between the screens. Invisible, till the system learns my name. Rendered out of focus, pixel bleed on every post. I wear your inside jokes like armor, but they just slip right off. You dance in the strobe of recognition. I'm counting beats in the negative space. Try to sync, try to blend, but I'm a typo in a perfect sentence. Drop the feed, cut the wire. I'm a ghost in your amplifier. Match my voice to your chorus, but the mix keeps pushing me out. I'm echoing in a muted room. A phantom in your digital tomb. Watch me fold, watch me fade. Another name the network made. I just wanna be seen, but I'm stuck between the screens. Invisible, till the system learns my name. Handshake failed. I am not background noise. I am not a cached reflection. I am the static in your silence, the fracture in your perfect loop. So let the screen crack, let the signal bleed. I'll carve my frequency into the dark. I'm echoing in a dead room, but I'm breaking through the digital tomb. Watch me burn, watch me fade. I'm rewriting the code.
So, actually, two reasons popped him definitely for making today's stream. It was to add a partial theme. I was originally going to see if there was anyone else that had puffer pufferfish pufferfish pat pufferfish pat in their cameo listings, because I wasn't actually initially expecting a cameo production when this one dropped, because his last one was more story based, much like the around Witch's Journey or around Maverick's. Now I'm drawing a blank on the video I just reviewed. Maverick's Detected. Yeah. Now we're gonna go back. I'm gonna get the audio fixed here, and we're gonna do. His animation style has actually gotten a lot better since his first videos. And so I didn't really see anything on the glitchier AI weirdness side. And I thought the music was. Did I leave a comment? I didn't. I will leave a comment. I thought the song was a banger. It was a pretty good song. And since a lot of it is mainly flat animation, it's more on when I come across ones that are a different art style that I would notice. But so far, he's found a way to be consistent in his art creation. That's probably from the time period he was not posting. And I understand that feeling. I think a lot of creators want understand that feeling. He's going for his power up. Blow through the ceiling. Scream to the rooftop. I think that blaster scene would have been great during that shout. Oh, right, this is. Oh, right, they're going too fast. They're going too fast. I won't be able to name because I already saw Runa, Grumpy Whiskers. I believe that's you, Off Ted. No, not that. That would be you. Penny. just made. I want to say Night Owl. Keen. Broody. And Pufferfeet. Oh, and Vesper. And the man's man, I've seen him, although the name is escaping me. We're going to go, because he's in the credits. Man's man. Redskin. Yes. Redskin. Oh, yes. Yeah, Runa, Penny, Grumps, Night Owl. Yeah, I caught them all. Well, okay, I didn't catch them all. 2 of them. I missed 2. Raytarn. And, wow. I recognize Redskin, I just didn't know his name. Man, that sounds so odd saying it just like that. But I'm not going to read out the number for the username. Work. Oh, I can't spell right now. Fingers not work. And unfortunately, I'm not normally natural to just reacting and commenting. It's something I wanted to give it a try. And see how well it went with the content factor for the cinema. Oh, hey. So the next creator is Korigami. I've seen a lot of his work, and he's definitely reaching for a high level of animation capability. Music style is variation, but I would say it's mostly EDM music. We'll give him a setup and cue. Oh, no, actually, I'm going back. I am also share in the chat. There we go. Now we can move on. See, he's definitely using C-Dance. He's commented a few times. And he definitely has a more fluid art style. But what I thought has been really awesome with him is he'll throw out his sample, he'll throw out how he did the prompt or did the work, and then he kind of feels it out and sees what works for his videos. So, Ryu vs. G, Outlaw, by Korigami. Hello, Internet. This is an aImusic video react. This is Ryu vs. G by Korigami AI. We're going to give it a wash through and our comments at the end. Well, go through and give our comments. Enjoy.
Welcome to Korigami Kingdom.
Hold. Hold! You gonna hold? You're gonna hold. Okay, back. You didn't hold. You're trying to put an ad out. I'm gonna go back. So, Korigami definitely works more. Another ad. Korigami definitely works more on the higher pace movement, and I find that his style tends to be more fluid. Now, sword fights and high velocity animations interest me in the faster they go, the more glitches I start to pop out and notice if you are watching for it, especially like rotating limbs or the material of the sword remaining in place. Now, I think this should have been reviewed at a slower pace so people can actually see more clearly what I'm catching. Can I slow it down? Play back, because I know that it can go slower, because how slow do we want to go? The sound's going to sound awful. Yeah, maybe the sound is not needed for it. Yeah, because one of the things I noticed is that with these higher fluid movements, when you're moving the camera, the eye is struggling with some tracking. That's your normal clang. But I think I had caught a moment of mesh up while doing floating through the air. Specifically when the sword disappears and reappears can be a jarring experience. But if you're not watching, again, this is such high motions that if you're just catching the actions, it's moving too fast for you to notice. It's something that if you've been watching enough of it, or you're in animation, or any kind of I would say animation. These would be some of the things you would catch. Yeah, there. I saw it flash through. Can I slow you down further? Decrease to 60%. Nope. I don't think I'll catch it fast enough, because even at 60%, still the flashes are too fast. But I saw something. Yeah, there. The material that just materialized, defended the sword, disappeared. And I think that's to try to work that he sometimes has two swords and sometimes does not have two swords. It depends on whether it's translating it as his hilt or a sword. I saw it more with our man in white than the red, but there were a few moments that I caught the red guy actually having his sword make contact with something that wasn't the other sword. Yeah. Guarded with his bare hand instead of the hilt or the other angles of the sword. But no less, because of I have to slow it down to 60%, and even at 60%, it's sometimes really hard to catch some of that. If you aren't looking for it, you won't see it. But when you are kind of watching these kinds of videos for how the machine can draw the pixels, you kind of want to look for those details. Now, thank God there's no audio for... What are we advertising? Oh, AI Game Master. Yeah, that was inevitable. Now, I want to make sure we get myself back up to normal playback. Now, yeah, Glub Alec. I've done a number of his. He was also one of the earlier ones when I was looking for aImusic as my starting point for reactions. normal speed, audio unmuted, audio in stream higher. Oh, and of course now add that one to the chat. Share. Now, with Kurogami, we've gone back and forth on. He's sent me something. He sent a posting to get some reviews, and just through replies in X, we've just kind of had a small back and forth because I will get a message, and again, I will mean to reply, or I will forget to reply, and a day or two will go by, and that is only because I'm being tugged at by a small toddler while I'm trying to form my reply. Well, enough of that little banter. Okay. So this is I guess the second part to Typical Story. We did the first video, I think it was a month ago when he released. I think he does mainly just a release on a monthly basis because he has a very large subscriber base and is strictly focused on music. And I think he kind of refines and tailors down on that. And good on him, because spinning plates is not fun. Spinning multiple plates is definitely not fun. So mastering one particular talent and getting good at it, good on you, man. Alright, let's get queued up. And move that window out of the way. And that window out of the way. There we go. Making sure everything is still alive. Clueless. Maybe. Oh yeah, I was going to mention that I'm hopefully we'll have a new streaming rig coming within the next few weeks. I have been looking at trying to do localized image generation, and I happen to have a graphics card and all the other components. I'm going to move over to Linux Mint, because all my software runs on Linux, and I can finally drop Windows. Hallelujah. Although I can't drop it completely because there are still some games that are Windows compliant. But hopefully I'll have that up, and hopefully some more Windows space will be possible, because I've run out on what I'm using on this current card. Alright, let's get started. Hello Internet, this is an aImusic React. We're reacting to Glum Alex, Typical Story 2, a continuation of his first song that we reacted to. We're going to give it an enjoyment, and I'm pretty sure I know what's to be expected on it. This here is going to be a rock opera. Definitely. But his particular sound is actually quite enjoyable. So let's begin.
Same old streets, same old lights, same old faces every night. Same old smiles, same old lies, same old dream that won't quite die. sleep, where the rent runs high and the talk runs cheap. Mama worked till her hands went numb. Daddy said, that's how it's done. School bell rang like a factory chain. Learn the rules, don't ask for change. Keep your head down, find your lane. Call it life and hide the pain. Everybody said you'll be fine. Just wait your turn and stand in line. But the line moved slow and the years moved fast, and the boy in the mirror didn't look like the past. It's a typical story, isn't it? Small town glory, counterfeit. One more heart in a rented room. One more dream with an early tomb. It's a typical story, play it loud. Lost in the middle of a working crowd. Smile for the picture, bleed off screen. Typical story, broken clean. First job came with a plastic tag, minimum wage and a paper bag. Boss man smiled with a polished grin, said work real hard and you might fit in. He gave his nights, gave his spine, gave his weekends, gave his time. But the bills came sharp and the pay came thin, and the door stayed locked from the outside in. Everybody said that's the game, no one gets out, we all do the same. But the same felt wrong and the wrong felt planned, like a cage built neat by an invisible hand. It's a typical story, isn't it? Small town glory, counterfeit. One more heart in a rented room. One more dream with an early tomb. It's a typical story, play it loud. Lost in the middle of a working crowd. Smile for the picture, bleed off screen. Typical story, broken clean. She came with a cigarette laugh, black coat on and a crooked path. Said you look like a man who forgot how to run. You look like a match that forgot the sun. They drove all night past the county signs, past dead malls and power lines. She talked of cities that never kneel, of cheap motels and a better deal. For a week he thought he had found the door. Then she took his cash and asked for more. Left him cold by the station glass, with a lesson learned and a lighter path. No big villain, no grand mistake, just little cuts and a daily ache. No thunder roll, no heaven split, just one more soul getting used to it. But somewhere under the tired routine, under the ads on the TV screen, something kicked in his chest one night. Not hope, not fate, just appetite. Clock in, clock out, shut up, don't shout, pay rent, lose sleep, talk less, sink deep, smile wide, stay numb, grow old, become nada. It's a typical story, isn't it? Small town glory, counterfeit. One more heart in a rented room. One more dream with an early tomb. It's a typical story, play it loud. Lost in the middle of a working crowd. Smile for the picture, bleed off screen. Typical story, broken clean. Same old street, same old light, but he packed his bag before midnight. No farewell speech, no movie scene, just a typical story turning mean.
Oh, that is definitely getting a like. And when I give him a comment, I'm gonna take my time with it. 'Cause that one was definitely a much relatable song. I could really, it really resonated with me. If you're interested, there is the video. He has some other songs that have a very similar vibe. The one in non-format, Forge, is a one-shot. That one wasn't too bad. That concludes the AI reaction part. Nope, sorry, had to cough off stream there. Now, the one video that I definitely wanted to do a reaction to. I'm not doing a Inception reaction because I considered it, but there are way too many VTubers that I know that gave their comments on it. So I thought I would just do my own, and it is the notorious Shoe on Head Surviving Woke 1.0, or SJWs. Amber calling them SGRs, or appropriate alternative, because I could not see them in a battle line. Maybe behind a keyboard.
They put 100,000 people on one ark and gave me a bed on deck 9.
And we get ad. Okay, why do I've got No Man's Sky vibes? Or something similar to it. That's not what I wanted. Borderlands movie. That is nowhere near what I wanted. Yeah, because Powder was one of the first ones that I saw do a react.
So the other day, I saw a tweet.
That's better.
I feel like...
Okay. You know, she definitely changed a lot in those years. Aged fine, we'll say. Aged fine. Or she just looked like a baby face back then. Hello, Internet. We're doing a reaction to the Shoe on Head Surviving Woke 1.0. This has been a highly reacted video, and it was one I had intended to react to the following week during stream, but ended up forgetting completely about it. Now, I've seen this a number of times, so I should be able to pause through it and be able to make my comments as they go. Because this is memory lane for me. Because I remember her first video. I saw her first video when it got, not posted, shared. When it got shared by Thunderfoot.
all my videos start out like that. The other day, I saw a tweet that said, "Woke 1 was crazy," attached to the infamous photo of Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of Democrat politicians kneeling in African costumes back in 2020 to honor George Floyd. What a fever dream. There were many similar posts from people talking about how crazy Woke 1 was, or Woke 1.0 as they call it. Leftists talking about what they did wrong during Woke 1.0, how they came off too strongly with things like abolish the police.
Are they thinking like 1.0 was just the Joe Biden years? Like, because that's 6 years ago. 6 years ago, that is definitely not a woke. Well, yeah, I guess, since woke really didn't get its forming until 2016, when Trump got in office. Then the term really exploded.
Police and how they'll do things differently during Woke 2.0. Yeah, you'll get him next time, champ. And don't get me wrong, 2020 was crazy. At the time, I was a bit preoccupied trying my hardest to get Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard elected. I don't want to talk about it. But yes, from what I remember, 2020 was crazy.
Well, I am not sure about what happened with Tulsi recently, but that was an okay choice. Bernie? Even in 2016, Bernie just... You know what? If he actually had won the DNC, maybe. And maybe there might have been something a little different. But unfortunately, that... I'm not going to spoil it.
Crazy. But that was not Woke 1.0. Woke 1.0 started long ago. Long ago when being woke was called being an SJW. Back when Anita Sarkeesian was public enemy #1. And I identify as an attack helicopter, believe it or not, was a joke young people told, and not your 65-year-old uncle on Facebook. You see, Woke 1.0 was not George Floyd.
Well, I'm not 61, but I mean, a couple people probably close in that age range might comment on that.
COVID masks, no. This was Woke 1.0.
Learn what mansplaining is, and then stop doing it.
with base 44
And we're
simple
interrupted
sentence
at the worst time.
becomes
Damn you,
your
you took my
website.
job. You took my job.
Hello and welcome to the Shoe on Head channel. I am your host, Shoe on Head. You may also know me on Reddit as every e-girl combined into one insufferable millennial woman with fetal alcohol syndrome, or perhaps just Asmongold on HRT. As I am filming this, it is the 12th anniversary
None of those labels would have been what I know her by.
of my first video on this channel. 12 years. 12 years a slave to the algorithm. So in this video, we are going to react to that video as well as a few other old videos of mine. We're gonna see how well or how terrible everything has aged, because let's be real, a lot of this shit aged like milk. Wait, why is the arrow pointing this way? What the f- We are going to talk about Woke 1.0, the ancient lore of me and my channel, how the Overton window has shifted so far since then, how stupid everything looks back then in comparison to things happening today. I feel like every morning we wake up and we are living through yet another historical event. The news moves so fast. There's pressure to react instantly, to pick a side, to condemn, to support, but the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we get into this video.
Go Ground!
Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and make sure you're getting both sides. They make it really easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's check out this story about how Republicans in Congress continue to back Iran war despite the political risk. On the left, you'll see the headlines about this are like, Iran war keeps dashing GOP's midterm hopes. And this is how a right-wing outlet covers the same story. Tucker Carlson claims Israel controls US politics, force Trump into Iran war. Very different focuses here, very different vibes going on here. But my favorite feature of Ground News is definitely the blind spot feature. It shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here is another story about how the Iran war is deeply unpopular with even Trump's voters. 39 sources covered this. 64%.
I think that more people don't like war than do like war, even if it was bad people. No war or make prices go up, and prices already suck in some places.
Were left-wing, and only 14 were right-wing. Right-wing media trying to avoid how even their own fan base are sick of this war. And here's a story about how Ilhan Omar's sister is apparently linked to Minnesota's fraud scandal. 100% of the sources that covered this story are right-wing. No left-wing outlets have covered this story. There are so many examples like this, and Ground News makes it really easy to just lay it all out in the open. I've been using Ground News for years now, and it is one of my favorite apps. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an
I let you all watch the Ground News and then tell me about it.
an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. High praise. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. To get the 40% off discount, go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thank you to—
You heard it, everyone. Kami Mommy wants you to go subscribe, save 40%.
Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, as always, for not skipping the ad. And now, back to the video. One of the most funny and endearing things that have been happening lately is people will discover my channel and then they'll make reaction videos to my videos, and they'll title them things like, Shoe on Head is done with the left, Shoe on Head is finally waking up, and it's like, I've been woken up. Do not cite the anti-woke magic to me, Nuxtaku. I was there when it was written. Before your girl was Kami Mommy, for better or worse, I was one of the founding fathers of anti-woke content on the internet. I saw this one tweet that was like, the idea there was a woke one is the most jarring to America's moment I've ever had. Really, bitch? I mean, like, I get it. I would pretend it never happened too. It was very embarrassing, but really, bitch? I was there when Bernie Sanders was talking about unions and has microphones snatched by Black Lives Matter. That was basically the birth of my entire political worldview. You can't pretend that shit never happened. I was there when a grown-ass scientist was harassed and brought to tears for daring to wear a shirt with like cartoon pinup girls on it.
Yeah, I saw that explosion. I saw his tearful cries afterwards. That sucked for him. Man landed a satellite on, well, a probe on a moving asteroid. Comet. Moving no, it had to have been an asteroid. Yeah, because I believe after that Kerbal had released, did their own little update to try to replicate that. And for anyone, that's Kerbal Space Program. It's an engineering space game. It can take up a lot of time just building the rockets that never even make it into space, or assembling your own space station, or the moon mines, or the long distance launchers, or a whole bunch of other things. It was a time suck for some years. But yeah, no, that was really cool. And angry over those years really sucked for SJRs.
We need Nuremberg trials for all the 2010s. You should legally be forced to wear some kind of patch on you in public to identify you as a woke 1.0 freak. When I saw that tweet, I literally had to stop writing my other video to make this one because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna let these people rewrite history. We're not gonna let you write the history books, okay? Who do you think you are? Ghislaine Maxwell's father? So I'm going to be talking about 4 different videos here. Oppression Olympics, Social Justice League vs. Gamers, Average is Beautiful, and Questions for Men Answered by Women. I'm not going to be showing the full videos because this video would be 4 hours long, so if you want to watch the full videos, the links will be in the description. Thank you. I love you, bye-bye. So, Oppression Olympics was my first cultural, political video, uploaded July of 2014. 12 years ago. How old were you guys 12 years ago? I am like 60 years old in internet years, like 204 years old in e-girl years. If you have been here, if you have been with me for that long, you deserve like some kind of reparations or something. Like, you have seen some Alright. I am about to watch it. I am so scared. I haven't watched this in years.
Hey there, pretty lady. Do you
That
wear
got me
heels?
when that happened.
Do you wear makeup? Do you want to go on a diet and get thin? Don't do any of those things. Hey, I'm a feminist. That's right, a feminist in 2014 America.
Can my voice even do that anymore? 2014 America! Oh. I can. Okay, never mind. Pretend I didn't do that. Alright, let's go.
What does that mean? That means I want you to stoop down to my level. And that means...
Yeah, the high-pitched voice. When she I couldn't actually sit through that whole video. But Gamer Justice League and versus Gamers, that one was definitely a good one.
Means don't go on a diet, don't wear heels, don't do makeup, don't do your hair, don't try to look pretty. I get catcalls all the time and I hate it. I just love vlogging about it though, and I love blogging about it on my Tumblr. And shaving? Forget shaving. Don't shave. This video game character is dressed too sexily. I don't like it. Change it. I'm dressed too sexily and you don't like it? Stop oppressing me. Did you guys know that rape is bad? Rape is bad. Anybody know this? Rape is bad, and if you're not a feminist, you're pro-rape.
I actually heard that argument a few times on the internet. That if you didn't support feminism, you were supporting sexual assault of women. It was I didn't engage. I just facepalmed, walked away. Oh,
What if I told
now
you that you can now go from
we
a
now have
simple
an ad.
AI-generated image to a
No,
fully
don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, fail. Fail. I just wanted to skip an ad. I know I'm doing some editing.
Don't shave! This video game character is dressed too sexily.
That's
I don't
fine.
like it. Change it. I'm dressed too sexily and you don't like it? Stop oppressing me! Did you guys know that rape is bad? Rape is bad! Does anybody know this? Rape is bad. And if you're not a feminist, you're pro-rape.
Oh, good, it's over.
Okay,
Oh, fuck, she's back!
Hello, Korogami. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, you kind of missed your video reaction. Well, a video reaction. I'm gonna end up doing some editing here and there on this video because it's already been butchered once. I'm not gonna rewind it a third time. Oh yeah, no. That.
Feminism in 2014 America is completely pointless. It's just a label that people are putting on themselves to feel special because
Why do I sound so cute?
It's just a label people are putting on
Themselves like, aw, someone protect her. She doesn't know how bad it's gonna get.
it's the special snowflake oppression
Yeah, it definitely gets bad.
Olympics. Everyone is in this big race to be the most progressive and the most open-minded and the most oppressed. It is the strangest thing I have ever seen, and it's like infesting like the internet, and it's starting to seep out into the real world. And like I really don't like it.
So a little lore behind this video before we continue. First of all, Obama was president. Okay, this was before the Trump era. In fact, this was like months before Gamergate even popped off.
Yeah, and I remember the excitement and thrill of Obama 1. Hope. No, change. Yeah, it was change. And number 2 was hope. We hoped that you changed and did something different, and my God, a lot changed, and not for the better.
This is ancient. Some of you don't even remember a time before Trump. Like, Trump is your normal. You don't remember.
I remember a time before Obama. And before Bush. Clinton was kind of a blur, and so was Bush 1. I was too young for that one.
Remember what the political and cultural landscape was like before Trump. That is like crazy to me. Anyway, at this time I was like 23, 24, working at a makeup counter in the mall, and I noticed all the people around me were changing. Their personalities were shifting. They were becoming like very unfunny and like offended at everything. It was very weird. One example that sticks out in my mind for some reason was my friend screamed in my other friend's ear. My friend was like, "Ah, you're gonna make me go deaf." And then my other friend was like, "That's not funny. My brother's half deaf." I don't know why that one sticks out, but like that was a pivot.
That is because the empathy virus came in. Because I started to notice that a lot of people use not use the word empathy directly, but how would you feel if statements in a lot of cases to do a lot of the browbeating and opinion taking, even if your stance was not conventional. Or you just couldn't actually imagine yourself in the other person's shoes because of such a difference in culture or location. Like, there's no way I could relate with a fisherman off the coast of I don't know, Seattle? Yeah, maybe. I definitely could not initially relate to anyone in South Africa. So the empathy thing was definitely seeping in during this time.
Little moment where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Also, we later found out that her brother was in fact not half deaf, but anyway, the only thing I traced it back to was
that was also another notice, just making up stories so that they could win just the argument on the sympathy points.
All used the same website.
This video is mostly about
Tumblr. Yes, Can I skip an ad without switching?
You know how making an AI video used to be? Just
Not interested.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh my god, is that Big Red?
It's
oh my
Big
god,
Red.
just blast from the past.
Yeah. I couldn't sit through her whole thing. I tried sitting through that whole video. That voice just nails on the chalkboard. And definitely made me want a Sean Connery her. And if you kind of know that reference, because it's an older reference, you'll understand the Sean Connery reference. Just, no.
Ass with his face here. This woman should get some kind of like compensation for being on so many YouTubers' thumbnails. She was the face of the triggered feminist SJW for years.
Number one, shut the f up for a second. Now, if you would shut the f up for the 50th billionth time.
And then it was this other person. Where are these people nowadays? I wonder what they're up to.
Well, Screaming Man is a 2016. Oh, okay, yeah, no, they were about around the same time. 2014, 2016, yeah.
Tumblr is the reason there is just this outbreak and infestation of SJWs ruining my internets and ruining my real life and just sucking the sense of humor out of so many people I know.
Tumblr was very popular back then, but there was like some dark evil energy coming from it, and I sensed it. And at the time, that is where I thought all this woke SJW shit was coming from. Little did I know, like a lot of these people on Tumblr were college kids. All this like rape culture, white supremacist bullshit was coming from the college classroom. And at the time I didn't know, I was just a humble makeup salesman, so I was really confused and I felt like I was going crazy. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to boot up the Shoe on Head channel, I'm gonna vent and make a video, nobody's gonna fucking see it, I don't care. As far as I knew, there was no other videos online talking about this subject, so I just filmed it, edited it, uploaded it, and left. Like, I didn't check the comment section, and I didn't even know that Thunderfoot, a YouTuber, shared my video, and that's how it originally blew up. And from
Yeah, and that's how I found Shoe on Head too, was I was following Thunderfoot. He had just finished his epic war with facing off against creationists and putting them in, I guess, blood sport argument debates, winning the arguments on the merits of no, we should not teach creationism in schools. Him and I want to say Amin Ra, his fundamental reasons why creationism is wrong and the evolution. Yeah, it was a very dense series of videos about biological evolution, debunking creationist arguments. But about that time when Thunderfoot dropped his video, he was starting to pick up traction with facing off with feminists. Now, Thunderfoot is still on YouTube. I stopped watching Thunderfoot because feminists do not stop when they're told no. They will continue and brigaded him until he just couldn't continue the topic without pressure on him, pressure on his work, pressure on his family. So he just does science debunking. You know, hey, you've seen that video where if cities invest in this technology, we can save hundreds of millions of dollars, and he basically breaks down how no, that technology is flawed, incomplete, or this is just a misleading video. Or he just does science experiments. I believe he is an engineer, but I'm not really 100% sure. Remember what engineer. Yeah, but that's how I was introduced to Shoe. She popped in and out of my feed, also being closely tied with other atheists, anti-Christian, no, skeptics. The skeptic community, yes. Chris Reagan, Skeptic Armor. Oh, who else was in that? Amazing Atheist, but kinda he had his two tricks, and then he had a moment when it came to when Islam came on the table, and kind of just backpedaled that one because that starts to get into the gray areas.
From there, I found out, oh, there's more people who agree with me. I found like Sargon of Akkad and like...
Yeah, about the same time was actually when I found Sargon. This Week in Stupid was my favorite piece of content, but I understand why he doesn't do it anymore. But I think it was between Gamergate and 2018 that was his biggest pool of SJRs that he could accumulate and share with the internet. Tried to make it last, but unfortunately, Sargon was he's got a unique voice that went with their narration, so just swapping out just didn't work. Because I think it was... Oh, shoot. Trying to remember the little internet gremlin's name. That's a vague statement. Anyway.
Like the honey badgers. It was crazy to feel like, oh, I'm not going insane. Things are changing.
They're all in this big competition to see who could be the most progressive and the most tolerant, at the same time being the most annoying and the most intolerant people that
I think when Thunderfoot introduced her, it was mainly because for him, he was already in his older age, even older than me, and he looked at Shu as, okay, the youth is not completely lost. There are still a few sane people. Although she still is a left-leaning individual, she's just a reasonably left-leaning individual.
ever met in my life. It is just a big... It's the oppression Olympics. Labeling yourself as a feminist. Stop it. It is not a movement anymore. You do not need it. Nobody needs it. You have every single right that every guy has now. Like most feminists on the internet just hate men.
Now, if you can believe it, and this might be hard to believe while watching this video, this was transgressive back in the day. This was like crazy to hear online. Back then, especially coming from a woman. We're saying things like, oh,
I muted that at the wrong moment. Transgressive, as in against the feminists, not the other group of people.
Feminism is doo-doo and like obvious ass shit. Like, people have a victim complex these days. That was like sacrilegious. And now it's like nothing. Now it's like wallpaper. Everyone thinks that. Every day there's like a new racist e-girl popping up and saying the N-word and then falling off a week later. Like if this video came out today, it would get like no views because it's the most basic shit ever. This video almost got me fired from my job, you know? Like they found out where I worked, they called my boss, they were like, she hates women, like all this.
The early stages of cancel culture was being formed at this time. Thunderfoot experienced it. Actually, I think of you other people. Yeah, early stages cancel culture were popping up.
Stuff, when it first blew up, most of the comments were negative. It was just a bunch of angry women being like, you're a handmaiden of the patriarchy. Like, this was before the term pick-me existed. Handmaiden of the patriarchy. That goes kind of hard. Can we bring that back? Okay, so that was the first video. Let's watch another one, shall we? This is called Social Justice League vs. Gamers.
You may or may not have noticed, I've been fully immersed in this whole Gamergate thing since it started like 2 months ago.
Gamergate was 2 months ago? Oh my god. For those of you who don't know what Gamergate was, you know what, don't worry about it, it's not important. Some woman allegedly slept with someone and now the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Things happened in between that, but that's basically the gist of it. Editing Shu here. I decided to actually put in a brief explanation because genuinely a lot of you might not know. Gamergate kicked off when game devs and game journalists were accused of sleeping with each other for better game reviews. A bunch of journalists then coordinated anti-gamer hit pieces, all coming out around the exact same day, saying things like gamers are dead and focusing on how sexist and white and male gaming spaces were. It was a mess that went on for like 3 years, arguably longer, and many people cite it as one of the first major culture wars online. People went to the UN.
Zoe Quinn, our architect, and Anita Sarkeesian are... Oh, what is the right word? Opportunist. Yeah. Opportunist. If you know anything about Sir Anita, opportunist. And there are multiple people that aren't as boisterous, but do think like Anita. I'm not too sure how much they still think like Zoe, because she kind of fell off when Gamergate wasn't so relevant and couldn't really get any better publicity because she already used the "I'm sleeping with the journalist" card. I don't know if that would have worked more than once, but maybe for a period of time. But yeah, no, opportunist, obviously.
To talk about sexism in gaming. There was even a Law and Order episode about evil sexist gamers.
These guys, they just can't stand women in gaming.
What did they do to you?
They leveled up.
Also, Logan Paul was in that episode for some reason. It was a weird time. Anyway.
Seeing good friends of mine get labeled as misogynist, sexist, racist, only for enjoying video games and seeing through this very obvious agenda pushing 100% no. I honestly could not imagine being so deluded that you actually make yourself believe that all gamers are white, cis males who are worse than ISIS. I'm not even mad, I'm actually like impressed that these people have the ability. They're like champions of mental gymnastics.
Oh, she's still talking about ISIS. Yeah, that was the thing.
Of the oppression Olympics.
SJW logic and facts. Oh my god.
Coming in like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this character doesn't look like me, she's not frumpy and below average, it makes me insecure, change it, change this.
Well, the characters are now fronty and average, so they're starting to look like the women that complained about it.
I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't even play that, but I don't like it. There could be a fucking black, Mexican, Chinese, demisexual, lesbian, feminist, otherkin in a wheelchair with no legs and shit. And these crybabies would still not be happy.
Oh my god, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They still do this shit. They still invade nerdy male spaces and force them to cater to them. They're still purposely making female characters like ugly and frumpy. You still can't pander to them because they'll never be happy.
Take a look at this.
It's a frightening and disgusting trend in the world of online gaming. Hackers rewriting code to simulate sexual assault.
Sam Meggs stopped playing online over a year ago because of what she calls a misogynistic mentality that already exists in the world of gaming. The graphics are so good, this attack is eerily realistic. Eerily realistic.
Oh, that's sex? I've been doing it wrong? God damn!
This thing is basically an AI gaming companion.
Ghost, and if you have enough light shields, you want.
Yoink. Gone.
God, I forgot all about the traffic cone. My dad literally stole that traffic cone off the street from me. I was like, Dad, I need a traffic cone for this video I'm doing. He like took it off the street and he's like, here you go. He didn't even like ask what it was for. I was just like, thanks. Like, it's good to have a supportive father in your life. So this one is called Average is Beautiful.
Race together? Wow! How...
Yeah, again, when she popped up that high-pitched voice at the beginning, I couldn't sit through it. Probably has a lot of good points, but...
Aggressive!
Oh my god, Race Together. I forgot all about this. In 2014, Starbucks did this thing called Race Together, where I shit you not, they made baristas write hashtag Race Together on the cups to encourage discussion about race relations with customers.
Oh yeah, let's get rid of race relation, like, tension by just making awkward conversation about race at Starbucks. Why?
They were forcing 18-year-old kids to have awkward-ass discussions with strangers about race. Yeah, can I get a tall cappuccino? Ah, yes, hello. I see you are a person of color. What the f*** were they smoking back then?
Like, I just imagine some black lady, like, on her way to work, walks into Starbucks, like, oh, can I have a latte, please? And the barista just like, ah! I see you are a woman of color.
Oh my god. I made the same f***ing joke. I didn't even remember. I did it again. Wow, it's almost like we have the same brain or something.
Listen to social justice. You can like invade video games all you want. You can do whatever you want to comics, but don't touch my Disney. I will send the hounds on you.
Oh God. Nobody tell her. Nobody tell her. Nobody tell her. Weird. Weird. This one is called internalized misogyny.
If you're a woman capable of individual thought, you
And this one I was able to sit through. And not as interesting as the SJ League and some of her other content that came out later. But yeah, definitely memory lane.
probably had the term internalized misogyny thrown at you a few times. So, what is it exactly? F***ing retarded, the end.
Good answer.
There are so many stupid feminist rebuttals, but I think internalized misogyny has to be like my top favorite. Right after she's doing it for male attention and she'll learn when she's older. She'll learn when she's older, as if one day it's just gonna be like,
Happy birthday to you.
Holy shit! Manspreading is an issue!
I am literally old.
I don't know if she aged. That video with the glasses and her previous scene with the glasses, I don't know if she's human. She didn't age.
Older now than I was meant to be in that skit about the future.
Or the layers of makeup have done very well.
And I did not, in fact, learn when I got older. I got worse.
these people have an excuse and a buzzword for everything. Racist, sexist, MRA, right-wing, conservative, privileged.
Oh my god, MRA. I forgot about MRAs. Oh my god. MRAs were men's rights activists. And before people were getting called like incel online for criticizing women or supporting men, they were being called MRA. Yes, it was considered a insult back then to care about men's rights. This was before the modern red pill. This was before Andrew Tate, Clavicular, Fresh and Fit. We had like Roosh V.
For the longest time, I wanted to do.
Yeah, I didn't even know who Rouge V was. She might have had to do some hard searching there.
Do a post on how to approach girls that are ordering a drink at the bar. So what I did is I went to the toy store and I bought some dolls. These two are the cute girls who you want to have sex with.
That was our Andrew Tate back then.
MRA, right-wing, conservative, privileged. They do this to move the goalposts, so then you're like, oh wait, I'm not an MRA. This is why I'm not an MRA.
That's why you don't play the game. Like, I didn't know this at the time, I was naive and stupid, but you don't fight back. You don't go like, oh no, I'm not right-wing, I voted for Bernie, I have a gay friend. Like, no. Shut up. No. You just have to go, okay, and even if you're not, because literally all they have is the ists and the isms. Defending yourself from their thought-terminating buzzwords is just, it's useless. It's a waste of time. I wish I knew that back then. So this is my most viewed video ever. 10 million views. Demonetized. Haven't seen a single cent from that video. Awesome.
I think I've also watched that one as well.
Anyway.
Because I think it was a response to a Jubilee video.
I know BuzzFeed is the internet equivalent of ass cancer. We know this, and I'm pretty sure the website is a government experiment created to test my patience.
Is that a Mr. Meeksy shirt? Oh my god, dude. Back when Rick and Morty was funny.
They're known for hits like, let's get fat women to do poses only fit gymnasts can do, being a woman is hard because compliments, and damage control, the video. So without further ado, I present to you 36 questions feminists have for men.
Oh yes, okay, I forgot BuzzFeed. Man, BuzzFeed's been gone for a long time. Man, they put out so much fucking clickbait. Now they sell frying pans. Last I heard.
They were just pumping out videos like this constantly. Every week, another mass-produced, corpo-slop, anti-man, anti-white video.
So when you see the word white, what comes to mind? Privilege, I think power.
We can never let this happen again. I don't care if
Facebook was flooded with BuzzFeed videos. Just everywhere.
Trump blows up the world, okay? They can make Israel a 51st state as long as I never have to hear,
hey fellow white guys,
ever again.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same sex as someone I personally politically disagree with? The man is literally Satan to these people. Like, they could have said Hitler. And they basically meant Hitler. Trump is their Hitler. It's very trendy to hate Trump right now.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty left-leaning, but I've been called a Trump supporter like 6 times in the past few months.
6 times? 6 times? Oh, Oh, you poor baby. Try 6,000. At the time, the anti-woke, anti-SJW genre was mostly full of liberals. It was mostly liberals criticizing all of this stuff, all of this woke behavior. We all saw this as not real liberalism. This isn't the real left. The real left cares about, like, real equality and workers' rights and blah, 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 blah. We wanted to call our side out. Obviously, that didn't work, but we tried.
Yeah, they excommunicated you. That's what they did. They trimmed you off and said you're on the right now. That's why we got the chart we do. I saw a lot of them get called right-wingers even when, you ask them on their political view and it's like, some things maybe. But, no, pretty much good for healthcare, free education, well, free healthcare, free education, and one other one that was pretty common. Everyone get along and be nice to each other. That kind of mentality.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
Men have balls.
Oh my god, manspreading. One of the top issues people would talk about nonstop back then was men sitting with their legs slightly open on public transportation. It was seen as some like patriarchal like statement of power or some shit. Like every week we had to hear about manspreading.
Manspreading is when a man spreads his physical body to take up as much space as humanly possible.
What happened to all these little pet issues they were all upset about? I guess like people can't afford houses now, right? They can't find jobs. I don't think they have energy to talk about the pink tax or manspreading or whatever.
Why are straight guys so obsessed?
Luxury problems. That's what those were. And we were at a time that had luxury problems. We are not at that time anymore. There is no going back. Keep going down the cave.
With lesbians.
Wow, this chocolate bar sure is good. But you know what would make it better? Wow! Another chocolate bar! 2 of a thing I like! Together!
People still come to my channel to this day and leave comments on my videos like, "Are you the chocolate bar girl?" My legacy.
Why do I deserve?
I don't even refer or know you as the chocolate bar girl. I know you as the wage gap girl. I know you as Shu. Definitely know you as Kami Mommy.
To be paid less than you?
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
Commander, welcome back.
Another ad.
The station has been waiting.
What's the game?
Let me show you around.
Foundation.
This is the mech bay.
Yeah.
Our armored units, silent but ready for war.
Come on. There we go.
So the reason I have a button that debunks the wage gap is because back in the day you could not escape hearing about the fucking fake-ass 77-cent wage gap bullshit. I don't think you hear about the wage gap anymore because young women are starting to out-earn young men, so that's a little awkward.
Yeah, and the wage gap got really amplified because of Obama. Thanks, Obama.
Women perceived as the weaker sex.
Because on average, we are. It's a fact. Trigger warning. Facts.
Libs owned. Trigger warning. Facts. Okay, Ben Shapiro, calm down. I thought that was such a mic drop.
Are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you? That's awesome. More money.
So when women make less, it's called the wage gap. But when men make less, it's just more money. Sorry, I'm like responding to the old video instead of my video. I forget how stupid these talking points were, dude. And sorry, I'm just watching these videos. I'm thinking about all the fucking people on Reddit who are like, "Shoe on head sent me down the alt-right pipeline." Really? This is what did it? How the fuck is it my responsibility if you watch milquetoast ass shit like this and start goose stepping? I went down the alt-right pipeline. I was a Nazi. First of all, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. You probably watched some Ben Shapiro owns college liberal compilations and then some other
Wrecked feminists. Or wrecked SJWs. Or, yeah. Getting the Ben Shapiro owned was all over YouTube as well. Even rehashes of rehashes. I saw multiple times of the same Ben Shapiro clip just refiltered over and over, but presented as something new.
YouTuber years later told you that's what being a Nazi is, and that actually having the politics of a Walmart HR department is salvation. Like, Can we fucking relax? I'm sorry, I don't understand the YouTubers and streamers from this era who have like trolls remorse about this shit, that feel guilty for making fun of this stuff back then because they think them making fun of this stuff gave rise to Trump and whatever. It's like, no, this stuff gave rise to Trump, not you reacting to it. Like, why wouldn't you make fun of this shit? It's ridiculous and it's counterproductive. Like, you wonder why so many Gen Z men are further right than like boomer men. It's not because they watched a YouTuber called BuzzFeed cringe, right? It's because BuzzFeed and things like it, the media, academia, the culture that they grew up in, a reactionary movement needs something to react to. Like, this shit, as goofy as it was harmful. It was harmful to society in general, and it was harmful to like the left because this is how people saw the left. Trump wasn't elected specifically because BuzzFeed, right? I'm like, that's stupid. But there was this like slingshot effect against woke one. But more importantly, there was a hole in politics left from a do-nothing neoliberal neocon establishment that was just waiting to be filled by a populist, and Trump filled that hole. Trump filled America's hole, he got America pregnant, and 9 months later, out pops a war with Iran. And America's like, I didn't ask for this. Well, why'd you open your legs, whore? Sorry, you were asking for it. Okay, sorry. Anyway, now people online are like, oh, woke 2 is gonna be great. Woke 2.
You know, and if they hadn't been trying to really push and prop up Hillary, I think that would have also been another thing that would have probably not helped amplify Trump's exposure. Because it made it very clear that it was looking like a one-sided, was fated to be president, and the other side was, well, we just need someone on the other team so we know that this looks legit.
Who's gonna hit like crack.
If you thought we were woke before, you done went and woke the beast. Welcome to Woke 2.0.
Do you want Hitler too? Because that's how you get Hitler too. We are not doing this shit again. I would kindly advise against it. If you look at everything happening now, like literal pedophiles running the world, bills being passed to merge our military with foreign militaries, a bunch of AI surveillance cameras popping up everywhere, bombs we pay for with our tax dollars against our will going to blow up children. All of this shit seems extremely petty and unimportant. But it was part of this like deeply subversive, destructive rot in society. I used to always say that culture war was a distraction from class war, and for the most part I still kind of think that's true, but I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, you know? I could want the rich to pay their fair share and also want my children to grow up in a world where it's not socially acceptable to hate them. Yeah, these videos were a little cringe and like, I don't think they aged that poorly. Some of the jokes were really cringe and like facts and logic liberals like, pretty much do the same videos, but now they're more like,
and that's where you need the sunglasses to come down. You should have edited in the sunglasses to come down at that point.
Organized and
missed an
structural and scripted. I do the same videos but in a more medicated sort of way. Big Vivans has taken away your millennial quirk chunguses. Big Pharma won't let me go merp. So that was that video. I thought it would be fun to do. What did you guys think? If you want to see my full, raw, unedited reaction to my first video, there is a bonus video up on my Patreon right now, link down below.
What the fuck?
Also, all Patreon members get every single video a day early, uncensored, no bleeps. I'm also doing Patreon-only live streams now, so I would love to see you guys there. Lots of stuff going on. Link down below. Join today. We want you. Join the Shoe Simps. Join the SS today. Also, a big thank you again to today's sponsor, Ground News. Go check them out. Link down below. And I will see you guys with a new video. Bye!
Oh yeah, the Carmelo Anthony. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I am gonna add to the exorbitant, massive account. It's not like she needs the likes, but you know what? Part of the algorithm. I'm captured by it. I have to follow the rules. But that is my lineup. 5 music videos and the shoe react. I didn't really have more planned because I didn't get the opportunity to do setup like normal. But since the technical problems during the stream of realizing my chat had control of my OBS for a period of time, Uh, I'm gonna do some experiments next week. I'm gonna do some Midnight Madness again, and instead of just having them as unlisted, I will go live and have people pop in and see whether or not they're gonna end up switching scenes on me during my own stream. I couldn't understand what was going on. I didn't touch the keyboard, and next you know, my exit clip is up on stream on screen, and okay, weird. Change it back, and suddenly a comment comes through in the chat, and my screen changes again. I didn't believe it at first until I asked them to respond again, and yes, chat temporarily had control of being able to change my screen because I'm still working out how to use the Streamlabs tool in order to do some actions and get some more automation going rather than multiple screens. But I think I'm going to end it there tonight. It's a shorter one, but I didn't have much on the plan. I thank everyone who has come out from Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Now, I'm a new person to Twitch, unfortunately. I've avoided this monstrosity for so long, but unfortunately, diversity is my strength, and I gotta diversify my stream out to more eyeballs. And as regrettable as it is, Twitch is eyeballs, even though the owners are toxic. But I'm wondering, who can I raid out to? Because guaranteed, nothing I am. Let's try a different category here. I realize Kick has some new options, but since I am not in their panel... Oh yeah, let's see what other VTubers we can find. See who's streaming. Oh man, I am lost here in Twitch. There we go, tags VTubers. Any recommendations for who to raid out to if you're on Twitch? Yeah, because unfortunately, nothing is jumping out initially. I'm not on Twitch, I'm afraid. Yeah, no, I do see the markers on where each chat is coming from. Because I don't have the other utility open, I don't see who's in which platform. That's where I've been trying to experiment with this so that I had one single screen I could look at for, is my feed up? Am I have audience? And hopefully actually get the chat to be displayable on the side by those buttons there so that I can encourage people to actually put more conversation out into it rather than checking behind a blank window to see if there is any interactions. Duck Warrior Lily. Well, I'm random. You're random. Let's just raid you. And I'll mute you because I am not interested in getting thanked for the raid. Cause let's see. Oh, maybe I might be. Mute. Yeah, Kick doesn't really have those kinds of options. I have seen that they've slowly started to integrate some other stuff, but nothing. Nothing is similar to what Twitch or, well, YouTube has its own unique toys, but not the same capabilities. Raid now. Uh, one viewer. I got one guy who came in, kind of looked around, said, "Yep, empty room," and walked away. But again, thank you to those that have come out to take a look at the stream. I got a few things that I'm going to be posting near the end of next week. More to come once I can find the time to actually get the posts up and finish the final details on it. And I guess we'll call that a night. We'll throw some music on and let this off. Have a good night.
For me, if you find peace in your faith, hold on to it. I won't tell you what to believe. Don't tell me what I have to become. Freedom begins where fear ends. Believe in your God. Believe in your path, believe in your questions, but before anything else, believe in yourself, because no prophet, no government, no machine can replace the voice you hear when you're honest with yourself. The city is built from steel and algorithms, religions, corporations, artificial minds. Everyone is selling certainty. I choose conscience. I choose compassion. I choose to think before I follow. If your faith makes you kinder, keep it. If your beliefs help you love, protect them.